Hello there. Thank you for tuning in to my channel this week once more. I'm still talking about my experience at Top Story Season 2, how my experience has been so far and how it's still going on. And last time I talked about my first 2 days and how I loved just coming into boot camp and doing all the challenges, but the indoor and outdoor experiences were so amazing. So since I do it every 2 weeks, that means I skipped last week. That means I didn't also talk about what was shown on TV last week. So I'm going to do both. I'm going to talk about my experience and what I think about the episode which was done last Sunday and the other one which was done just this past Sunday. And I will talk about the 4 teachers who have been in both episodes. So we had Mr. Joseph Warungu, we had Ted Josiah, we had Jonathan Namu, and we had Lisa Essex. Joseph Warungu taught us presentation. Then we had Jonathan Namu talking about investigative journalism and how it is in the world out there. And we had Lisa Essex just talking to us about the writing structure and how you can write good stories and how you can tell good stories, how you can do good interviews, how you sit, how you present yourself. And of course we had Ted Josiah on the tech issues and showing us how to use a camera, as I'm doing now, sharing my experience using audio-visual equipment. So it was really nice because apart from what Mr. Shimoli had taught earlier on in the first class, I also learned a lot from Mr. Warungu. He insisted that research is key. If I am to be a good journalist, if I am to be a good presenter, if I am to be a good reporter, research is key. And apart from that, he also taught us how to do presentation, like these 2 cameras, and it was amazing. I don't know if you watched, and if you have not watched, you need to tune in to KBC Channel 1 every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. because you should see how he put us up in front there and he would tell us, okay, this is how I'm going to do. Anytime I point at you, I'm cueing you in. So he did it with a couple of us and it was so amazing. At first people are like, oh hi, my name is Val, and my name is Val, but at some point you go blank because you didn't know he's going to cue you in and you're like, okay, what was I supposed to say? And he also talked about showing your emotions or your expressions when you're talking, how to convince your listener or your viewer that what you're saying is true. And that was quite something. John Allen Namu, on the other hand, talked about his journey as an investigative journalist, having won so many awards like the recent Asia Awards just last week, the top journalist of the year. I mean, it was amazing being in his presence. It was like, wow, I'm in the presence of, I don't know, a renowned investigative journalist, and it is like, wow, this is what I envision myself to be. Yeah, if it happens. But it was amazing being in his class for 2 hours, 3 hours, and just listening to him talk and give us advice and talk to us about what matters, protecting your sources, and how to be able to keep your ethical standards even when you're out in the field and you're doing this amazing story, but you don't want to compromise your standards. So, of course, there was Lisa Essex from the European Journalism Center who just talked about the writing structure. Lisa Essex was amazing because apart from that, she did a demo. We did demos in her class. She made us go into groups, and after we went into groups, we interviewed her. So she would give us a scenario, and I got to interview her, and it was quite amazing because she can act. She can really act. So that was amazing. And apart from that, I also loved the sessions under Ted Josiah, of course, learning how to use my camera because I've had cameras, but I learned a lot, the tech bit of the camera, using the camera to take good photos, to take good videos. Apart from the outdoor activities, which also was a flop for my team. We were number 3, Vikings. But we are still Vikings. Number 3 is not a bad number out of number 4, is it? Apart from that, we had a Zumba. And Zumba made us feel bell, as the instructor calls us all, feeling bell. We felt really good, we felt beautiful every morning going out there into that field to do Zumba, dance our hearts out. Just before we cried, just before we were given assignments, just before the principal, Mr. Warungu, made us tear up. But for me, the whole experience is still amazing. Learning how to write or to do compelling and interesting stories which engage my audience. So that's it for this week. I hope you learned something. I hope you get to watch, of course, Top Story Season 2, Episode 5, this Sunday at 8:30 p.m. on KBC Channel 1. Of course, the rerun for last Sunday's show is on Thursday at 10:30 p.m. I'll see you next week, but one.